Hey everyone, it's Kino here. Thanks for joining me when you get to practice with me. In this series, remember, we're creating the sacred space of the inner awareness of yoga. So come to a comfortable seated position and we'll start off with one Om. Hands together. Let your hands gently drop down. Today's session will be yoga for relaxation. So if you're looking to kind of just calm your mind or relax the body after a long and stressful day, or if you need a few quiet moments, this is the perfect place to begin. You don't need to be particularly strong or flexible in order to get the deep inner spiritual benefits of the practice. Remember that the journey of yoga is really about bringing you in touch with that divine spark of truth that rests inside of your heart. So that each breath that moves into the body brings a greater awareness of the perfection, really, of your inner being and the wholeness of the spiritual being that's inside of you. Coming onto your mat, exhale as you roll the spine gently down. We're going to start off in constructive rest position, which is a really great tool just to relax and elongate the spine. If you ever have any lower back issues, just lying in this position will really help. To get into a good constructive rest pose, place the sacrum on the ground and let it settle down. And then let the shoulders soften back. You can let your hands drop to the side. The knees roll together. Make sure there's no residual tension anywhere in the body. Let your eyes close. And on a deep breath, following the exhalation, let your hands drop into your belly. Keeping the hands on the belly will just bring you a little bit of greater awareness into breathing with your diaphragm. So much of our attention is stored in short, shallow breaths. So allow the bones of your body to feel really heavy right now. And then we'll go for 10 breaths in and out, breathing deep into the belly. So this is the breath for relaxation. So 10 in, 10 out. Don't worry about how big your belly looks or anything. Just let the breath fill it up. 9 in, 9 out. Breathe in and out through the nose, softening all the muscles in the body. 8 in, 8 out. 7 in, 7 out. 6 in, 6 out. 5 in, 5 out. 4 in, 4 out. Soften through the breath, soften through the whole body. Feel all of that residual tension in your body just softening and melting. 3 in, 3 out. 2 in, 2 out. 1 in, 1 out. Gently allow your eyes to open, and on the next inhalation, pull your knees into your chest and give them a little hug in. Gently pull the knees into the chest and give them a little hug, rolling around. Just gently, little rocks. This movement helps realign the hip joints, and stress is sometimes stored in there, so some little gentle movements to help release the back, the hips. And then gently take your hands on the floor and inhale, straighten the legs up, point your toes. This pose, called Viparita Karani, helps you inwardly rotate the hip joints and relaxes the tension in the legs. When you're beginning to do your practice, looking for these restorative moments, allow your mind to roll through the inner body and make peace with yourself. So much of the journey of yoga is learning how to finally feel comfortable in your own skin. So you finally learn how to feel like, you don't need to be anyone other than yourself. You don't need to be any other shape or any other form than you are. You're perfect and whole and complete, deep down in the center of your being. Give a little activation on your thighs. Keep the legs pointed up. And as you're reaching the legs up, let the heads of the femurs, the thigh bones, kind of drop into the sockets so that you're settling the legs in. If you sit for a long time at your job, a lot of blood and circulation will kind of get stored down in the feet, or if you walk a lot throughout the day. So this pose is a really great tool just to help blood and circulation get restored through the whole body. And as you're here, you can continue that deep belly breathing. Remember that the belly breathing is really good for relaxation, but when you begin to take the breath into movement and sort of complicated asanas or poses, that belly breathing is not always recommended, but it's real useful for relaxation. Now the next place we'll target is the inner thighs. So on an inhalation, find the inner thighs. And on an exhalation, slowly bring the legs open. Doesn't matter how open the legs go, just let them slowly open. Avoid arching the back and instead just allow yourself to be here, letting the legs be real heavy. Give a little activation of the quadriceps, but think about the inner thighs softening, releasing. Don't force. Take the hands to the thighs and just be there in a calm, clear acceptance of the inner space of the body. Feel the heaviness of the thighs and whatever tension that you might be feeling in the legs, just try to accept it and just try to experience it for what it is. Just let it be exactly as it is. Don't need it to be anything different. Practicing this equanimous mind helps you feel relaxed, make peace with yourself, and make peace with the whole world. Stay here for a few moments. By accepting places of tightness in the body, like the inner thighs, we learn to accept difficulty in our life. Focusing on the gentle release through the muscles helps all that residual tension in the body just soften. Remember that it doesn't matter how wide apart the legs are, just that you're experiencing the body. Make sure there's no tension in the knees or no pain in the knees. Keep pointing the toes and then gently hold on to the knees, and we'll come sort of back to a V to let the heads of the femurs settle into the sockets, all the way back up. Bend your right knee into your chest, gently hugging it in. And then exhale, gently over. Hold it for a few moments. And then inhale, bring it back into the center. And let's switch. Inhale, left knee into the chest. Then exhale, nice and easy over. Don't force it, just let it do what it wants to do. And back to the center. Bring the knees back up into your chest. Give them a little round again. Placing the knees and the feet back down. Cross the right over the left and squeeze your thighs gently towards each other. And then exhale as you drop the knees over to the right side and activate the legs a little bit. It's a really good release for the lower back. And this time, keep the belly sucked in to support the lumbar spine, letting the left arm drop out to the side. The right hand somewhere on the torso as sort of a reminder to keep the belly drawn in. And then inhale back to the center, and let's switch the legs. Left leg crosses over, squeeze the thighs a little, and use the left leg to spiral over. You should be feeling this along the right side body, keeping the belly sucked in. A few deep breaths here. And then inhale, come all the way back in. Pull those knees into your chest again. And this time give a little round. Cross your feet. Inhale. Roll it on up. Bring the feet together. Bring the feet together out in front. Settle down and place the outer edges of the feet into each other. This pose is called Baddha Konasana. And some of you may be feeling that the knees are really elevated. Never force your knees to the ground. And if you need to grab a pillow or block to place underneath the knees to make them feel a little better, go ahead and grab that now. Otherwise, we'll just stay here for a couple breaths, letting the inner thighs gently release. Bring a little movement. And on an inhalation, suck the belly in. And gently on an exhalation, begin to fold. We'll take it just nice and easy. Rest the elbows down. We'll just hang out here for a few breaths. Try to avoid rounding your back too much and instead really pivot from the hips. Keep the belly sucked in and maybe close the eyes and just feel the inner body. Feel that deep sort of seat of peace that rests in the center of the heart. Feel the inner space of the body. Notice any residual tension in the muscles and the joints. And just allow yourself to experience whatever it is that you're experiencing, practicing a kind heart and then a quantumous mind. You may be able to follow that a little bit deeper, but again, don't force. And then that's just easy. Come on back up. Taking the legs and spread them apart. Nice and easy. Hold it here for a moment. Doesn't have to be a straddle, but you can just go maybe into a slightly wider than your shoulder width apart and allow yourself to move open. The belly's got to stay sucked in on this one. And inhale, and as you exhale, just start to walk forward. If you're already feeling a little bit of tightness, grab a block or a bolster and place it out in front of you. If you can walk a little forward, place your elbows on the ground, resting your chin there. Hold it for a few moments. With each inhalation, create space in the mind and the body, and with each exhalation, drop down into the space that you create. Eventually placing your chest on the ground, feeling a sense of calm, inner awareness. And if you're feeling any tightness in the body, remember this is just to help you relax, so don't force it. Don't put any ego into your practice. Just practice accepting your mind and your body as they are. And then slowly come on back up or roll it all the way up. Gently bend the knees. And come to a comfortable seated position for a moment. End with a short meditation. So any comfortable cross-legged position would be good. Let your eyes gently close. Counting the breaths backwards from 10, just like we began. 10 in, 10 out. 9 in, 9 out. 8 in, 8 out. 7 in, 7 out. 6 in, 6 out. 5 in, 5 out. 4 in, 4 out. 3 in, 3 out. 2 in, 2 out. 1 in, 1 out. Then let your eyes gently open. Hopefully you feel a little bit lighter, and if the relaxation practice works, then you'll feel almost like a soft smile emanating from your heart, almost like those beads of tension, they just melted away. And one of the things that's really important is that when you're feeling tension or stress in the body and you're looking to relax, you have to sort of coax your mind and your body into feeling safe. And it's the gentle movements in the body and the sort of access points of the breath that allows your body to feel safe. And if you're feeling any emotions that arise in the state of relaxation, I think that's bothering you, remember it's your sort of space to practice acceptance and practice peace with your world and your body. And those seeds of joy and happiness that get planted in your heart, they're sort of like the lights that will lead you down the path of your life. And as you begin to practice more, you'll begin to believe in the truth and the purity, really, of the inner being. I hope you're inspired to go on that journey every day of your life and let yoga transform every aspect of your being. Gently join your hands together, and we'll end our space today with one Om. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.